Hi guys, it is day 22, and today we're going to be talking about why fibromyalgia is a superpower. So, us fibronites, which is a word I think I invented yesterday, when we get sick, it can sometimes be hard to tell, but as soon as you're able to tell, it becomes a superpower because your fibromyalgia can actually alert you. So I'm going to talk to you guys about why fibro is a superpower and what the difference is between a flare-up and actually getting sick. That way you can turn fibromyalgia into your superpower if you don't have it already. So when I know I'm getting sick, my fibromyalgia actually alerts me. So I know when I don't normally experience flare-ups. And I can actually kind of pinpoint when my flare-ups are going to happen just based on certain symptoms. The tightness and mega pain in my legs is indicator number one that I'm getting a flare-up. When I'm getting sick, I get all over body pains and I start running a fever even 2 to 3 days before I start showing symptoms of a flu or a cold. It is insane how quick my body can alert me and how quick it does for other people as well that have fibromyalgia. Some common symptoms too that you normally don't experience of fibromyalgia would be fever, chills, and a cough. So those are actually not recorded symptoms of fibromyalgia. They are recorded symptoms of flu and cold. So if you're experiencing any of those symptoms on top of a mega out of the blue flare-up, which flare-ups are normally out of the blue, then you probably are getting sick and you just found a superpower. It's all about listening to your body like we discussed in yesterday's video. All about listening to your body. So if you know you shouldn't be feeling a flare-up right now or had none of your other signs that a flare-up was coming, then you probably are getting sick and your body's trying to alert you that something is wrong. And that's the one thing I actually appreciate about fibromyalgia is the fact that it literally is alerting me when something is wrong with my body. So I've even used it when I've gone to doctor's appointments or gone to the ER because I'm super sick. The last how long I've had symptoms, I'm like, well, my fibro told me like a day or two before I actually really showed symptoms. Like it alerted me before I had COVID. Before I started experiencing a lot of the normal symptoms with COVID, because at that time we really weren't sure what COVID was when I had it. So it alerted me and it told me that there was something wrong with my body and that I was experiencing something that I never had before. So what does it feel like to be sick and with fibromyalgia? Let me tell you, it's the worst experience because you're already used to the everyday pain. You're already used to the headaches, the exhaustion, and being sleepy. But this like amplifies it times 10. Like, and then you throw in a fever, then you throw in the chills, then you'll throw in like a cough or you're sneezing and stuff like that if you've got like a sinus infection, a cold, or COVID. So it literally like amplifies everything in the body. It's insane. So I always hate getting sick on top of fibro because we're already sick enough. As an article I read put it, we are sick enough already. And now you're throwing in an illness on top of it? I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And we sleep a ton. I think I probably get the best sleep ever when I'm sick. Because even when I get flare-ups and I'm super tired, I'm never tired enough to go to bed. So it's annoying. But when I have the flu or a cold, I actually get to take time and I actually fall asleep at a normal time and get the normal recommended 9 hours of sleep. So whenever my friends are like, oh, how you feeling? When I'm sick with something, I'm like, oh, you know what? I actually slept like a normal human. I didn't know that was possible. Is this what you guys feel like when you get the recommended amount of sleep? But the biggest question is too, and my doctors even ask this when I go in for like a checkup because I've got the flu and I really know I need an antibiotic, is what symptoms are fibro and what symptoms aren't. And as I said earlier, if you have a cough, fever, chills, a ton of joint pain, like that's my big indicator too, is when I get a lot of joint pain with all over body aches, and then pain in areas you normally don't experience it, like even with flare-ups. Those are key indicators that it is not just a flare-up, that you're having a flare-up because you're sick. And my doctors actually are the ones that help me decipher that too. So make sure when you feel that you start getting sick and you're starting to get a flare-up at the same time, you record your symptoms. Like I'll take a notepad and I'll just write down all my symptoms. And then I'll cross off the ones that I know are fibromyalgia, and it helps me narrow down to figure out what's going on with my body. So I know today's was a very short video. I felt like this topic was pretty straight to the point when it came to symptoms and looking for symptoms that aren't fibro and how you can use fibro as a superpower. So I know it's very short, but tomorrow's is going to be a little bit longer. So tomorrow I'm actually going to share my experience with one of the therapies I had talked about a few videos back, which is hot water therapy, and talk about the one time that I was actually pain-free. So in hopes of encouraging people to look into different types of physical therapy. So I'm really excited to tell you guys about the time that I literally was pain-free. This actually led into me being pain-free for a few months. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about that because I'm trying to get back to that point of being mostly pain-free. So I'm excited to share that part of my story with you guys. So I will see you all tomorrow.